a quick food tour of the United Kingdom. Learn, cook, and enjoy food. Today, you will have a gastronomic tour to learn about British cuisine, as well as cook their favourite dishes to feel like real Brits. The UK is made up of 4 countries: Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and England. They all have different foods and traditions. Let's start in England, a country of the UK that was inhabited by Anglo-Saxons, unlike the other regions of the UK, apart from Cornwall, which was settled by the Celts. Now, I propose to feel like the British, immersed in the atmosphere of cooking popular and delicious food, because you will learn how to cook English food for the day. Are you ready? Let's start with breakfast, our traditional full English. The full English is a breakfast that is a staple of English cuisine. Traditionally, they include sausages, egg, fried or scrambled, hash browns, mushrooms, baked beans, tomato, bacon, and fried bread. Most of it is fried, so naturally it is delicious. Method: heat the saucepan, brushing sparingly with oil. Cook sausages first and cook slowly for roughly 15 to 20 minutes. Turn occasionally. After 10 minutes, increase the heat slightly before beginning to cook the other ingredients. Place the bacon into the pan and fry for 2 to 4 minutes on each side until the preferred crispiness is reached. If you are struggling for space, the sausages and bacon can be fully cooked, then kept warm in an oven, while the rest of the ingredients cook. For the mushrooms, season with salt and pepper and drizzle olive oil. Cook for 1 to 2 minutes before turning and cooking for another 3 to 4 minutes. Avoid moving the mushrooms too much while cooking, as this can make them soggy. For tomatoes, cut the tomatoes across the centre in half lengthways and season with salt and pepper. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes until tender, but still holding their shape. For proper fried bread, it is best to cook in a separate pan. Heat the pan to medium heat and cover the base in oil. Add the bread and cook for 2 to 3 minutes on each side until crispy. Fry the eggs. The juices from the sausage and bacon will add to the flavour. Heat up the baked beans, either in a microwave or in a pot on the stove. Once all the ingredients are cooked, serve on warm plates and enjoy with tomato ketchup or brown sauce. This seems like a lot, but really, it's just a case of frying everything until cooked. The most difficult part is getting the timing right. Next, we have the pastries. The British love pastry. Whether it's a pie or a roll, the British will devour it. There are sausage rolls, which are sausages wrapped in a flaky pastry. The best sausage rolls you can find anywhere are from a shop called Greggs. They are all over the country. If you're visiting the UK, you can't miss them. Steak and kidney pie, which, as the name suggests, is a filling of meat inside a thick pastry shell. But you can put just about anything in a pie and the British will eat it. There is also beef Wellington, a roasted beef joint wrapped in pastry, which, if you're feeling fancy, is decorated with patterns. The Cornish pasty is top on the list for traditional English food. The traditional pasty is filled with potato, swede, onion, beef and seasoning. There are variants, but the traditional pasty cannot be beaten. As a rule, one side of the pasty is crimped. The crimped edge of the pasty is pure crumbly bliss, so don't throw them away. Next, after the proper breakfast, we have lunch. Let's have a fish finger sandwich. Who would have thought that the best sandwich in the world would be breaded fish and tomato ketchup? Fantastically, it's agreed across the whole of the UK that this is one of the best sandwiches you can eat. This one is really easy. Method: butter the sliced bread. Heat up the fish fingers in the oven, as per instructions. Spread tomato ketchup on the bread. Once cooked, place the warm fish fingers into the bread and create the sandwich. It's awesome! Enjoy hot! The Sunday roast is next on the list of proud culinary traditions in the UK. Millions of families will feast on a roast every Sunday. The meat is either chicken, beef, or ham, with a mountain of vegetables and gravy. This is closely followed by a long nap in front of the television. Now, the idea of a roast dinner isn't that unique across the globe. However, the Yorkshire pudding is something special and completes the Sunday roast. A Yorkshire pudding is a batter made from eggs, flour, and milk. When roasted, it turns into a beautiful crispy shell. There is a debate as to how it's best eaten, crispy or moist and soaked up with gravy. Either way, a lot of people will agree that the pudding is the best part of the roast. Finally, I've saved a strange one for last, the Scotch egg. It is a shelled, hard-boiled egg wrapped in sausage and breadcrumbs, then deep-fried. Commonly served cold and a popular pub and picnic snack. Found all over the UK, it is particularly loved in the north of England. There are many quintessentially British desserts to choose from, but apple crumble is a firm favourite. Every child in school is taught how to make an apple crumble, with varying levels of success. This simple recipe lives deep in the minds and hearts of British people. This recipe serves 4, takes 15 minutes to prep and 45 minutes to cook. Give it a go! Directions: preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees Celsius if you have a fan oven. Pour flour into a mixing bowl and add the butter. Rub the butter and flour together with your fingertips. The trick is to keep the mixture from getting too warm, so do not use your palms. Mix the butter and flour together until the mixture looks like fine breadcrumbs. Stir in half of the sugar and put it aside. Arrange half the apples in a pie dish. Sprinkle the rest of the sugar over the apples. Add the rest of the apple slices into the dish. Spoon the crumble mixture over the apples. Bake in the oven for about 45 minutes, or until the fruit has gone soft. Serve hot with custard or double cream. Enjoy! Well, so the apple crumble is ready. This is an excellent dessert. However, preparing so much delicious food throughout the day can be a little tiring. The best way to have a rest is to have an English cup of tea. Unbelievably, an English tea is the source of many arguments in the UK. Everyone has their own preference, but here is the most common way to enjoy it. And this is the most simple recipe to make. All you need is boiling water, your favourite mug, milk, English breakfast tea, sugar. Add 1 tea bag, 2 teaspoons of sugar, boiling water. Then milk to your mug. Stir until brewed. Remove the tea bag and enjoy with the freshly cooked apple crumble. Sugar isn't necessary if you don't have a sweet tooth, but there always needs to be milk. Actually, the British aren't known for their cuisine. When compared to the great tastes of Europe, British food is sometimes underappreciated. There are so many more fun foods to learn about from Britain that you need to try. But for now, that's the end of this food tour of the UK. I hope you enjoyed your taste of British food. Goodbye! Or as the British say, cheerio!